Introducing New South Wales. In uniform 15, Max Hayhow. Uniform 63, Carter Shears. Number 78, Austin Gooden. Number 68, number 37, Jonathan Sabar. Uniform 49, Mason Malcolm. Uniform 26, Harrison McDonald. Number 67, Xavier Lasher. Uniform 33, Nikera Thompson Titana. And in uniform 57, Cameron Baxter. From the bench, Hannah Shears, Jake Hurst, Jordan Nicholas, Liam McRae, Noah Cloud, and Thomas Woods. Please make welcome the head coach for New South Wales, Adam Rindfleisch, and his staff. Introducing the umpires for this afternoon's game. On the plate, Trevor Murphy. At first base, Jason Carter. At second base, Damien French. At third base, Peter Fairley. And please make welcome the chief statistician for today's game, Sylvia Kabutz. If you can, could you please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest come out today.
Welcome to the Knox Bailey Shield decider here, where New South Wales take on Queensland. The formalities have been done.
I would like to introduce.
Now we have the ceremonial first pitch of the final about to be thrown. The teams have been introduced, the umpires have been introduced.
Of years for the Aussie Steelers.
The national anthem has been played, and now Joel Southam, the New South Wales and Aussie Steeler representative, makes his way out of the diamond. One of the very best pivots to play our game. He came through the junior programs for the Blue Bloods and commenced his Steelers career. He was about 19 to 20 years old and played at multiple World Cups. He was known as one of the best pivots ever to take the diamond. Here he is to deliver the opening pitch of the Knox Bailey Shield final. Well done. Great to recognise those players that have gone before these young men.
I would now like to welcome the teams to come forward. Shake
so Joel
hands,
takes the first pitch. That's his ball now to keep.
In this competition, to be standing here on this
The two teams
grand
come together at home
final.
plate. It's Adam Collins here to call the decider, and I'm joined this time by Mohi Ramika. Mohi, great to have you on board, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. An absolute privilege to be here with you to call this grand final between New South Wales and Queensland. An exciting game. It's wrapping up to be. And, yeah, looking forward to what should be a really good game between both teams.
Yeah, the early game, the girls, it was New South Wales and Queensland again. Traditional rivals, but, you know, great mates and so well considered out there, both teams. It's been tight all of the way through the tournament. They played this morning. New South Wales took out the victory and made their way straight through to the grand final. Queensland had to play an extra game. They defeated WA, but it doesn't matter. That's history. Now it's all about this game here.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well, Adam. Like with all the games that both teams have played, ultimately it comes down to one game, and one game will obviously crown us a champion for 2025. So both teams have been well deserving of the position here in the grand final.
Great history, mate. Knox Bailey Shield. These two teams have fought it out. And let's have a look at how the defence of New South Wales is going to line up. Austin Gooden makes his way into the circle for the Blue Bloods. Behind the plate is Xavier Lasher. On first base, Jonathan Fabar. On second base, Micra Thompson-Tetana. On the hot corner, third base, Ezekiel Turnbull. Shortstop is Carter Shears. The left fielder, Cameron Baxter. Centre fielder, Matt Hayhow. And out there in right is Mason Malcoon. Solid defensive lineup there for New South Wales. And interesting to get a look at here at Aussie Gooden.
Yeah, most definitely. This is a team that a lot of these guys have been playing across the age groups for a long time now, so they know each other. They're aware of what makes each other tick. And now it just comes down to whether they're able to put together a complete performance today.
Aussie country boys had to take a tough road to make it here for New South Wales. He certainly put in the hard yards as he developed his talent. And there's no question just how good he is. Takes up his place rightfully out there in the starting pitching position. For Queensland, they bat strong, and it's going to be Thomas McCarroll, the centre fielder, who leads us off here.
The lead-off hitter for Queensland.
Stage is set.
Thomas McCarroll.
The girls' game decided 1 run in the first innings. Let's see what the boys can bring. Nice pitch to start there for Aussie. Right down the pipe. And McCarroll gets his first look.
Yeah, most definitely. And this will be the first look that Queensland have had of Aussie Gooden pitching to them. So it'll be interesting to see how they react. But Aussie Gooden doing the job, getting himself a first pitch strike.
Big swing there from McCarroll. You can see him set deep in the box, the back foot almost on that line. Wants to get as long as he can to have a look at Gooden here.
Well, they'll be looking for a hot start. I mean, both teams obviously were hoping for something.
Sorry. Lasher just going to ask the question, did he go there? Sorry to cut you off there, Moe.
I was going to say a little check swing, and like he's obviously going in there with some intent to hit the ball, and that's a good sign early on.
See those hands move that one low on the outside. 2-2 count now. Quick look at the blue crew. We've got Trevor Murphy behind the plate, Jason Carter on first, Damien French on second, and Peter Fairley on third. Change up. Just misses. Nice pitching by Gooden, really working it up. Opened up with a couple of fast pitches. Full count. McCarroll gets a piece over the head of Thompson-Tetana. And lead-off batter for Queensland makes his way up to first base with a safe hit, and that's the start the Queenslanders would have been after, Mo.
Yeah, exactly. Lead-off batter getting on, puts all the pressure back on to New South Wales with a runner on now early in this game for Queensland.
And the DP high in the lineup here, Flynn Eddards. Left-hander. Eddards had a shape for a bunt there. They play on it. Nice pitch. Just misses.
I'm not going to speculate too much on that one.
Nice pitch from Aussie. Just trying to draw Eddards into a swing or some form of bat movement. Again, he checks on that one.
Well, that's the third pitch that's gone outside.
Looking that outside.
Yep, I imagine that they're trying to avoid the sacrifice bunt. I'll definitely be looking for a strike here.
3-0 now. So this one you'd expect would be a fastball right down the middle. And interestingly there from Eddards, he had moved right up to the front of the box. He didn't want any action there. He was just going to watch that one. Now, here he goes. Almost see him willing Gooden to put one in the sweet spot. Down goes the bunt. That one gets away. Runner on second, makes his way around. Holds up in the dirt, the throw to home. Not in time. One scores for Queensland.
Yeah, that was a textbook play there by Queensland, putting the bunt down, putting all the pressure onto New South Wales to deliver, and unfortunately the ball just gets away from third base's Ezekiel Turnbull. The ball travels really far in this particular diamond, and the runner scores all the way from first base.
Yeah, it was tough there for Turnbull. The ball came off the bat, but it was a slow roller. You had to work hard to get it and then rush the throw. As you said, once it hit that dirt in the outfield as well, it sort of held up there, so the right fielder had to charge in to take it. So great base running and a great start for Queensland.
We've seen a lot of those balls go past there, and for once it actually held there. Like you said, I mean, a lot of the time it's going to roll all the way back to the back fence. That time, not the case.
Blake Turner steps up and connects with the first one, drives it towards his coach, who has to get out of the way of it. So early 1-0 lead here with a runner on second for Queensland. Just the third batter in the box in the shape of Blake Turner. Power hitter, Turner. We've seen him put some very long here. And the outfield are set deep here for New South Wales.
Well, you're seeing some early intent here by Queensland. I mean, all three batters have stepped into the box, not giving anything away to the New South Wales pitcher Gooden. So doing the job for their team early on.
1-1 the count for Turner. Rise ball outside the strike zone. Two and one now. High pitch gets away from the catcher, Eddards. High tails at the third base. So a couple of errors piling on the pressure here for New South Wales.
Well, that's the key word there, pressure. It's been built from the get-go by the Queensland team. They're looking to pile it on more as Turner looks at a 3-1 count.
3-1. See him standing there, the bat moving around. Chopper trapped by the shorty, throw over to one in time, runner holds. So a good play there, New South Wales defence getting behind Aussie. And Shears was onto that one, gave the runner no time. We see the replay here. It was the chopper. He had to charge in to cut it off. And that balance, that throw was perfect.
And he showed a lot of skill there. Not only did he have eyes on the ball, but he also had eyes on that runner at third base. So in order to keep him there...
So fly ball, Thompson Tatana gets underneath it, runner holds.
It's a good comeback by Gooden. Three batters in the box, there are none down, and now we've got two out. Runner on third base. So good job done by the New South Wales fielders at the moment.
So that was Alex Duncalf that popped it up for Thompson Tatana to make the catch. This is Chad Charlesworth, the catcher for Queensland. We'll go through the defensive lineup for Queensland when they take the field. But now Chad stands tall in the batter's box with that runner still out there on third base. Doesn't offer a shot. Called strike. He shakes his head. Just a bit of acknowledgement there.
Some early acknowledgement, I should say.
Yep.
But they're knowing early on where that zone is, so they know what to expect for the rest of the game.
Swings hard at that one. Good enough to foul it away.
Interesting. I wonder if New South Wales have done their homework here. As we look out at the diamond there, we see where Thompson Titana are standing at second base there. Traditionally out of position though.
Cheap position. That's a beautiful line drive. That'll score a run. And that was a solid connection. He drove it in between the third base and the shortstop. Solid drive from Chad Charlesworth.
It just goes to show that softball doesn't have to be about big hits. If you drive that ball hard, allow it to hit the green, you're going to score runners all day.
Is at first base for Charlesworth.
Got his hands up to it there. Delivered it beautifully for his teammates. Scored a run. Now Thomas Howard comes in and drives it towards the on-deck circle in front of his own dugout for a foul.
At bat, right field, Thomas Howard.
Just looking at the replay there. That RBI single for Charlesworth. New runner comes into the game for Charlesworth. Trying to make out his number there. Oh, can you see that?
Is that number 5?
No, it's 50.
50.
It's
51 or 53, one of those.
So we will.
There we go, 53.
53, thank you. Ryan Solomon is our base runner. Holds up. That one was low on the inside. Solomon thought he had a chance. 2-2 the count, 2 out. 2 runs on the board. Line drive back to the pitcher, knocks the glove off. He has to barehand it. Gooden. Well, you don't see that often on his follow through. It knocked the glove off and he had to go and chase it a couple of metres behind him. Picked it up barehanded. So you see it there in replay. And then the underarm throw.
Well, you can tell what that out meant to him. I mean, a lot of the time you're wondering what's happened to your glove and you probably go searching for it. But for Gooden to get away and over to the ball to get that out, able to get the out early or late in this one, I should say, the top of the first inning. But a good job by the New South Wales team to get themselves back in for their first turn at bat.
And a great start for the Queenslanders there in offence. 2 runs scored. Early runs. We've seen just how important they are in that girls' game. So now Queensland can set a little bit and just get behind their pitcher now. We'll have a look at the lineup
at right field,
defensively. So Elijah Orr starts in the circle for Queensland. Chad Charlesworth
left field,
is behind the plate.
Shortstop,
first base, Lucas Jenkins. Second base is Ethan Murphy. Third base, Blake Turner. Shortstop is Alex Duncalf. Left field, Lachlan O'Sullivan. The centre fielder, Thomas McCarroll. And the right fielder, Thomas Howard.
Yeah, just going back to that inning there by Queensland, what I really liked seeing was the intent by every batter who stepped into that box. They weren't looking for big hits. They were looking to make easy contact, put the ball into play, put the pressure all the way back onto New South Wales to defend. And that resulted in 2 runs early in this game. And as you said, as we saw in the previous game, early runs could be the difference maker.
It certainly could be. It's all about now the batting of the young New South Welshman. Again, we hope you're enjoying Space Quake coverage for these finals. It's been an outstanding tournament. It comes down to this to decide the Knox Bailey Shield.
It's good to see Orr getting the nod for this one. If I think back to the earlier game in the week, it proved a little difficult for the New South Wales team before they were able to put bat to ball. So if we're looking for something similar here today.
Max Hayhow gets the first look at Elijah. Let's see what he can do. Stands tall, again at the back of the box. Takes a little one inside, just shimmy to get out of the way of that one. He looks down the third base line for the instructions of coach Adam Rindfleisch. Contact, hits it straight down into the batter's box. Foul ball. So again, that early intent to bat here. Not having a look, not taking his time. If he sees one he wants to have a swing at, he'll certainly offer the shot. Holds his hands this time, gets the ball his way.
Well, you look at where his hands are on the bat, they're halfway up the handle there, so he's definitely looking for some sort of contact here. Hopefully putting the ball in the dirt and putting a runner on early, hopefully for New South Wales.
Change up from Orr, gets the call. It's a beautiful pitch.
Yeah, beautiful pitch indeed. Good option there to go to the off speed.
Evens it up, 2-2 now. Swing and a miss from Hayhow for the early out.
One out.
The first K2 of the game.
To the plate is the shortstop, Carter Sheed.
If I can think back to the earlier game, I think it was Thursday night there, or Friday night, sorry, and these two teams met in the 7 o'clock round, and Orr had the first 3 innings, totaling 5 strikeouts for his 3 innings of work. So definitely knows what it takes to keep his team in this one.
He starts well here, opens with the K2, and then a first pitch strike for Carter Shears. Another strike, 0-2. The count races in favour of Orr. Shears will want to get his bat engaged here. And K2, number 2. Elijah Orr pitching beautifully.
I know we're still early in this one, but I think the key difference so far between the two teams is the ability to hit strikes or just go at anything that's close. As you can see there in the first 2 batters, a couple of looking strikes.
Aussie Gooden.
Then they find themselves a little behind, but like I said, early on, finding their feet in this one.
And Aussie Gooden has a look at the first one. That one was a little bit high. So Gooden sets ready again. Turns his back on that one as it came inside for a 2-0 count. I don't want to give anything in the hitting area for Aussie.
He's a quality player, Aussie Gooden.
You have to move that ball around this hitting zone to try to draw Gooden into a missed shot as he swings and misses at that one. A nice pitch from Elijah. Another one. Swing. An inside pitch. So Elisha Orr comes back from a 2-0 to a 2-2 count. K2, the first 2 batters for New South Wales. What can Aussie do here? Watches the third strike for a called K2. And that's all she wrote. Down in batting order. For New South Wales, not the start they were after, Mo.
No, definitely not. But that is all quality pitching right there by Orr.
Scored 2 runs
He get 3 strikeouts to start the game off. Secures himself the 2-0 lead heading into the top of the second inning. And like I said earlier, still a lot of game time to go in this one. Queensland have obviously gotten off to a hot start. New South Wales finding their feet. But both teams are here in this game for a reason. And I expect we'll be seeing some fight back later in this one.
Absolutely, but so far the Queenslanders have been right on top with the bat, and then the defence of Elisha Orr. No fielders needed in that one. But the boys, they were on their toes behind him. They were ready. That is for sure and certain.
Yeah, again, I go back to the point about just showing that intent and not taking any strikes and just going at anything that's close and putting all the pressure back onto the opposing team. Queensland have done that. We'll obviously see whether they're going to continue that.
An early movement down in the bullpen for the Queenslanders as well. It's just a general rollover at this stage. You wouldn't think there'd be any view to take Elisha out of the game, but keeping their players primed.
Wouldn't be surprised if that was the same for the New South Wales team. I mean, it's the last game of the tournament. You want to throw everything out there.
Lucas Jenkins, gets us started, batting in the number 7 position. So we're down there already. 7th batter in the Queensland lineup, just the 3 years for New South Wales. Here in the top of the second, that one gets away. Just in the dirt, but no damage.
I will note, Adam, is that I, as a proud softballer myself, being able to look out into the crowd and see these stands full is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, both decks have people in them, and the cheering and the contribution of the crowd too here. The energy is outstanding. It's been a sensational tournament. Jenkins powers that one into the glove of the right field as the first baseman, Faber. I thought it was on its way to right field, but Jonathan Faber, go gadget arm. Was that self-preservation or was that a catch and a half?
Oh, that is absolute skill. That's what I'll call that. For him to be able to have the time to see that ball and to get his hand or the glove where it needs to be, to get himself an out, quality.
That was a line drive for the ages. And Faber just tucked his body away from it and got the arm up in perfect time.
Well, again, I mean, had that ball not gone anywhere near the glove, you're looking at a triple with the way that this ground works.
Little chopper this time to Faber. Picks up the cover of Tatana. Thompson-Tatana comes around. Again, the timing was exactly where it needed to be. Potential collision on first base. They're always tough with the cover coming around from second. But the wheels there, both players went the way of New South Wales that time. So this is a better start for the defence of New South Wales. As Lachlan O'Sullivan steps up.
This is better stuff here from New South Wales. Getting 2 early outs. They'll want to get this inning over and done with, get themselves back into the dugout for a hit.
On the inside, takes enough of the corner. Umpire Murphy to call the strike. In the dirt this time. Picked up nicely behind the plate by Lasher. Piece of that one. Stopped by the third baseman. And he gets the throw over in time. Well played by New South Wales. Zeke Turnbull was. And a nice out around the innings.
Yeah, much better defensive inning there by New South Wales. 3 batters in the box, 3 outs. Gets themselves back into the dugout. They'll be looking to put some runners on base. Hopefully scoring, bringing that scoreboard back even. If not, taking the lead. such as the quality of the pitching that we're seeing by the youngster from Queensland.
New South Wales, as you said, down by 2. But interestingly for me, what I see here as we make our way into the bottom of the second, that last at-bat was the completion of the lineup for the Queenslanders. New South Wales here, we've seen 3 up, 3 down. So they need to bat deeper into their lineup so that every one of these batters gets an early look at Elijah Orr. So now the Queensland offence will be having their second look at Gooden.
Yeah, most definitely. And that just goes to show that we need to obviously take the at-bats a little deeper. Don't be afraid to watch a few pitches, but know that when it's time to go at it, you need to go.
So the man that executed the last out there, Ezekiel Turnbull, Zeke as he's called, will open the inning here. Swings at the opening pitch for a strike.
So Zeke, a member of the Georges River Softball Association. His second year as a Blue Blood, I believe.
Young man going about his business now here in the final. That one. I think Elijah just might have lost the handle on it. Fell well short. Rolled into Charles Worth's glove. And 1-1 the count here for Turnbull. That one popped up into shallow right field, who comes in to take the catch. Thomas Howard gets underneath it, closes it out. And Turnbull got contact there, but couldn't keep it in play. And that brings up him with the gadget arm from first base, Jonathan Faber. Takes the ball. Tall batter here, big strike zone. That one just a little bit outside of it.
Yeah, again, I'm liking what I'm seeing here by the New South Wales batters. I mean, Zeke Turnbull obviously got caught out there in right field, but had all the intent of swinging at anything close. And you can see that Faber, once he's waiting for his pitch, looked at 2 balls outside the zone.
Little nudge there along the ground. Rolls, picked up by third baseman, gets it across in time. Bullet arm of Turner on third base. 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, again, nothing to be disappointed there about for Faber. I mean, contact this early in the game is good. And he just knows, or they've got to know that their team bats deep. So more batters that the pitcher has to face is good for the attacking team.
6th batter in lineup now, Mason Malcoon takes the first strike.
Malcoon, a member of the New South Wales under-18 boys baseball team that just won their national championship last week, so pulling double duty.
There he is now. Peace gets away from Turner on third base. The first safe hit for New South Wales, and a runner on board in the shape of Mason Malcoon.
It only takes one, Adam, and Mason's got in his team the start that they need. Yes, they're down 2 and 2 outs at the moment. But you just got to trust the person behind you, that if you get on base, they'll move you around. And like I said, this New South Wales team bats deep.
Turner's been outstanding on third, so that ball was hit hard, and then it took that hop up over his shoulder and brings up the DP for New South Wales, Harrison McDonald. Harry checks. Takes the first ball. Malcoon, a bit of a speedster as well, so a good man to have on the bases. Unfortunately, he's stymied a little with 2 out. McDonald can advance him here with the safe hit. That's a big swing. Just acknowledges the coach there. Needs to keep his head on. 1-1 the count. Umpire Just making sure McDonald's aware that he has a duty as a batter to be in the box when required. Strike 2.
In this instant, they'll just be asking my batter to make any contact they can. With 2 down, runner on 1. We want to advance the runner, get ourselves on. The only way we're going to do that is we put the ball in the dirt.
Team batting, that's what you're talking about, as we see McDonald set now 1 and 2. 2 out. A grounder down the foul ball line. Asked his coach.
Yeah, much better there that time. Just looking to make contact. You see Malcoon go back to first base.
Change up. Doesn't offer a shot. And Elisha Orr gets another K2 with a change up.
Really happy with what we've seen there in that inning, both defensively by the Queensland pitcher and by the New South Wales batters. Again, it's shaping up to be a hell of a game, Adam.
Yep. I hope you enjoy the coverage coming your way via Spacequake Sports. We are in the hot seat here. Let us know if you're at home supporting either of these two teams. Now the Mighty Mariners on board. Been with us throughout the tournament, so great to have you here. Clearly in the camp of the Queenslanders. As New South Wales go about their warm-up. Here in the top of the third, it's still Queensland with that 2-0 lead.
We're in the top of the third, and we're back to the top of the batting order.
It will be Thomas McCarroll. Got that safe hit to right field to start us off. So Kenny double up here. That one low on the outside takes up a big puff of chalk.
Yeah, I think Gooden just might be trying to find the zone again. Got himself a bit of a break that previous half inning.
It's a nice pitch, that outside corner as well. As I said, the left-handed batters are trying to work that outside corner, make the batter reach and try and draw an off hit, but a miss hit, sorry. Great line drive into fair territory. Then it took a really bad break into foul territory, and we see the wheels from McCarroll. What about that? Thomas McCarroll on fire.
That was an absolute bullet he put out to deep left field. Caught a good part of the grass and it just kept rolling.
What surprised me, it hit the grass out there and then almost took almost a right angle break into foul territory. It just bounced sideways. Warney would have been proud of that.
Right, exactly. And we saw that just there in that footage. It hit the fence and it just kept rolling. It changed the angle in which it was travelling. Kind of confused the left fielder there, but they were able to gather it, and they now Queensland find themselves with a runner in scoring position over at third base.
And Flynn Eddard's, the DP, is up once again, I think in the second position of the lineup. Got the job done last time around. There was a bunt down the third baseline with a throw that got away from first, and that was the first run scored. So we know he can get contact. That one on the outside draws a big swing from Eddard's.
And the batter there just acknowledging to the coach that that one was for him. He'll bring himself back and bat for the team here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a swing at one upstairs. That's the first out.
That's a good sequence by Gooden there, the pitcher from New South Wales. Attacking the lower part of the zone to get a few swings. And sending the ball right up into the zone, or top of the zone I should say. Gets an easy strikeout there.
Blake Turner steps up, clubs that one into foul territory. Again, hitting the first pitch.
showing no signs of slowing down, Queensland. They want to see some hits. I'm sure the fans do too.
Ground out to shortstop. Previous at bat. Again, hits it to that same position. Tied himself up. She is there. He tried to hold the runner. And then faked the throw. So now we have runners on the corners for Queensland.
I'm not entirely sure that we'll have a better look here, but I'm not too sure whether the ball got stuck there or his hand slipped off of it. Yep, as you can see there, the ball just got caught a little bit.
I think the base running had something to do with it from as well. Blake Turner was well up the line. That's a nice punch out into left field. Foul ball called. That was danger signs for New South Wales if that landed in fair territory.
Well, when you've got runners on base, I'd be pretty confident that this is the one I'd want in the box here is Duncalf. Quality player from Queensland. He's been a regular in the men's ranks up in the local competition for Queensland. So he's got a lot of experience at such a young age.
Certainly no batting in the traditional clean-up position in the lineup. He's acknowledged for his batting performances here. Alex. Pitch from Gooden, called the ball. 1-1 the count now. Punches that one foul. Deep into foul territory over the first base area. Just avoids the grandstand here.
Yeah, from New South Wales, I'm hoping for a grounder in the infield or a shallow fly ball. Anything deeper in the outfield, and you would expect that runner to score from third base.
Oh, nice off-speed pitch there from Gooden. But Duncalf was right up to it, able to get the bat to ball. Did exactly what he needed to do.
Well, two quality things there, the pitch and the ability to just get that one away.
Swing and a miss for Duncalf, so New South Wales get the man they wanted. 2 out now with runners on the corners for Queensland. And that man who hit the beautiful line drive his previous trip to the plate, Chad Charlesworth, he steps up with it all to do here. Can he put Queensland further ahead? Second K2 for Aussie Gooden.
Well, I was talking about quality in regards to Duncalf. Gooden must have been listening because he can't be outdone. Gets the strikeout for his team.
1 ball to count here for Charlesworth. That one popped up. Swirls around in foul territory, but Zeke Turnbull makes it look easy. Takes the catch. Wow, New South Wales dig themselves out of a bit of a hole there. They had early runners, and that piece going back for Thomas McCarroll. Outstanding line drive, and then 3 bases. He had some motor, but they held him out there.
Yeah, most definitely. Again, you talk about the shot out to left field, but for the New South Wales team to fight back like that, get themselves some outs, takes all the pressure away, and now they can do their job by stepping in the box, hopefully getting some runners on base, putting the ball in the dirt, advancing those runners and putting some runs on the board.
Different to the lineup now. Xavier Lasher, the catcher for New South Wales, who will step up to face the opening pitch here in the bottom of the third. Support from Dean Snooshall saying go to Blues, and then Denny Gush, he's getting on the Alex Duncalf train, supporting him up there in Queensland, and says the kid can play. We don't disagree with you, mate.
Not at
all. All of these kids can play. Absolutely. We love watching them.
He's a pretty handy little pitcher too, old Duncalf. He's a kid who can do it all. But obviously when you've got a team built around you, you don't need to do it. He's always definitely doing the job for his team.
the beauty of these lads out here and the girls in that previous game. It was a team performance, and that's what we've seen throughout all of these matches. So evenly placed these teams are. When it comes down to an error, or it comes down to a beautiful hit, that everybody out there is capable of something.
As we said before this game started, you play so many innings throughout the week. It's a 6-day-long tournament. But at the end of the day, it's only one game that matters, and if you can put a complete performance together here in this one, you just well take this game.
Lasher gets a piece of it, shallow centre, but look at the way he stalked that. The centre fielder for Queensland. Have a look who it is. Thomas McCarroll. I don't think there's too many balls that are going to beat that fella to the ground.
Yeah, they're doing the job in the box, in the batter's box, and doing the job in the field as well. As you can see him tracking that ball really well.
Second base.
Held up a little bit in the wind there, but does well to track it. Put it in the glove for the first out.
Maikara Thompson-Tatana steps up here. Number 9 batter for the lineup, so this completes the lineup for New South Wales. We're already 1.5 through Queensland. Swing and a miss. He's shaped up with the bunt. Corners still stayed back. They know Thompson-Tatana. Again, a speedster. Any contact here from Maikara is important for New South Wales. One out. Change up, gets to swing and a miss. Wash it or.
Yeah, it just goes to show, Adam, that it's not always about how fast you can pitch your ball, especially if you have a change-up like that on the string. Like that was a fantastic pitch by all.
Again, he goes back to speed. Thompson-Tatana catches up with it, fouls it away down the third base line. He's just, we're talking him up and we're really celebrating just how well he's going. He's not perfect. He's thrown a couple in the dirt, but he's certainly consistent. And that change up that time was a money ball. Ooh, Thompson-Tatana takes a call there, went his way. You don't want to be doing that too often, I wouldn't have thought, no.
No, I mean, that pitch could have gone either way there. That time going the way of the batter. But again, Orr is showing no signs of moving away from the inner part of that zone, because he's working that inside really well.
That one in the dirt, stopped by Charlesworth. Interestingly there, Thompson-Tatana is right on the line, the inner line there, so he's giving very small area in that inside ball for the pitcher to hit. Change up again, this time too high, and Maikara climbs aboard the bases. So New South Wales with another runner on. And we're back at the top of the lineup for Max Hayhow.
This is a good spot to be for New South Wales. Only just completing the first cycle around the batting lineup. But Hayhow can put in the lead-off position or the number 1 hitting spot for a reason.
Lets it go unchecked for a ball, and Charlesworth shaped the throw. Maikara Thompson-Tatana stayed on first base. Hayhow now ready. Another ball. Slightest movement away there from Hayhow. Do. Grounds it straight down into his toes. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Showing no signs of slowing that swing down. He's swinging the bat hard. You'd expect that if he was to make some good contact there, that ball will travel.
One low on the inside. Again, Charlesworth. The balance of the catcher. Straight to his feet with the arm back, coiled, ready to throw down the first base line.
I was going to say, I mean, we've been talking about the pitcher there, but the catcher is making him look even better.
A great battery for Queensland. That one on the inside again. Another walk. And Hayhow makes his way down the first baseline. So back-to-back base on balls here for the New South Wales batters. Infield come together just to have a little bit of a chat. So now, in the offensive position, the coach here, what would he be saying to his next batter? He's just seen 2 walks. Is he saying to his batter, be patient, or is he saying now the pitchers are going to want to throw a strike?
Yeah, well, we've just seen there, like you said, 2 walks there. So they've taken those at-bats deep enough to pull all the pressure back onto the pitcher. So I'd be telling my batters to just be patient there, see some pitches, and go after the one that you want, because you can guarantee there that all will want to come back, and he'll be throwing a lot more strikes around this one you'd expect.
So Carter Shears is the man being charged here with runners now on first and second. Just the one out, bottom of the third. Carter Shears facing the 0-1 count.
As you see that shot there, the focus on the eyes of Orr.
Shears gets his hands up to one high in the strike zone. We see images there, the Queensland bullpen. They're up again. So now maybe having seen a couple of balls here from Elisha. Can he dig his way out of this one in the bottom of the third? Carter Shears. 0-2 count. 1 out. Runners on 1 and 2. Takes one that must have been close.
Again, as an umpire myself, I shall refrain from making comment, but like you said, it could have gone either way.
Absolutely. What I'm saying there is not a comment about the umpire. I'm talking more about the batter that leaves his fate in the hands of an umpire to make that call.
Yeah, most definitely.
He trusts his judgment. That's great. Carter Shears checks at that one low on the inside. Catcher almost asked if he did commit. I'm pretty sure he knew that he held his hands back beautifully. So 2-2 now.
Again, I'm really liking what I'm seeing by New South Wales here. There's obviously been some communication to them all in the dugout just to go deeper in the at-bats, see some pitches, and attack everyone that comes close.
Change up. Misses. Shears never looked like committing to that. Picked it early.
Again, that was a quality pitch. I know it missed the strike zone there, but that was a quality pitch.
Full count. That one's high, another walk. So will we see the coach come out of the dugout here? Yes. Runner makes his way to 1. Now the coach calls time. After a hot start from Elisha Orr, we've had 3 walks, which loads the bases for New South Wales.
Again, I don't necessarily think it's anything that Orr is doing wrong. I think it's what New South Wales is doing right at the moment. And that just goes to show that if you're just patient enough, you fight away the strikes that are in the zone, you can find yourself on base. I mean, you don't just have to hit the ball to get on base, obviously, as we now find ourselves loaded bases.
So this conversation from the coach is more about just settle, boys, trust the process. We've been here before. We got through the order, with lots of strikes. And now saying to the pitcher as well, don't forget you've got a team behind you. You don't have to do it all yourself.
100%, it's a reset. And sometimes that's all it takes is for someone to get back into the game. And again, we're still early in this one. Still a lot of ball to go.
And up steps Ozzie Gooden, who hits it deep. This is out of here. A grand slam from Ozzie Gooden. It clears the bases. The walks load them up. And Ozzie Gooden puts it deep centre field. Wow, what a change to the game. That lights up the stand.
Oh, Adam, when you call for big moments, you expect big players to step up, and Ozzy Gooden did exactly that. Loaded bases, just looking to make some solid contact, does so and scores himself 4 runs, and we see the coach coming back on the diamond, and we're expecting to see a pitching change.
Wow, bottom of the third, 1 out, walks, load the bases up, and you can just see the picture there. McCarroll, as good as he is in the centre field, he had nothing on that one.
All you could do was just turn and watch that ball travel over the fence. It was that well struck by Gooden there, and McCarroll obviously playing that a bit of respect.
And yeah, let's have a look at it here. It was down, and as soon as it came off the bat, Gooden celebrated. But Elisha Orr, take nothing away from that young man. He pitched beautifully in this game. He set Queensland up early, and then it was the batting prowess of that man there, Ozzy Gooden, under pressure to apply that and nudge it into deep, deep centre field.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said there, Adam, all did a fantastic job for the Queensland team early in this one. And like I said, I'll say it as much as I can. I don't think it was necessarily anything that he did wrong in those innings that he's pitched. I think New South Wales eventually, or now, have just caught up. And they've gone through their process. They've slowed down a little bit. They're looking to make contact as opposed to power hitting. And now we see a fourth pitching change for Queensland.
Yeah, and it is a fourth pitching change. They went down to the bullpen early. And it was, as you said, as New South Wales started going through their lineup and getting that siding, sticking to their processes and their plans, taking Orr deeper into pitch count, so important. And now we see Maluga, who has rolled the arm over in earlier games today. And this is the third game today for Queensland, and this is crucial now as we go into their pitching lineup, the depth. We're going to test the depths.
Well, a lot of the time could go either way, right? You could play more games and be ready because your bats would be hotter, or you could be rested like New South Wales was and be fresh for a game. So, you know, again, we're only at the bottom of the third inning, but still a lot of ball to go. But
sometimes being fresh isn't the best either, as we see another safe hit, this time from Zeke Turnbull. So the very first pitch faced of Jackson Maluga is grounded to right field for a safe hit. Turnbull now on board. That brings to the plate Jonathan Faber. Shaped the bunt there, brings the third baseman down. Turnbull looked like he wanted to make his way to second, but was held in check by Charlesworth. Respect to the Queensland catcher. Again, inside low pitch picked up by Charlesworth. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Charlesworth behind the plate. Going to check here and gets the call.
It did look
Charlesworth,
like
even though he's working hard to get the ball, he knew exactly what the batter had done and asked the question. It was funny there. He looked at Faber and said, "Yep, told you." And Faber fouls that one away over the top.
Well, there was early pressure put onto the New South Wales team early in the game here. Now they've piled all the pressure back onto the Queenslanders.
Assistant coach down there, Callum Beashel, taking one off the fence. Aussie representative, great to see him putting back into the juniors here. So we're going to miss from Faber. That's K2 here for Maluga. That's his first.
Good job by Maluga. They've been brought into the game. And runners, or the score being against him. Faces his first batter, gets his team a strikeout. And now they have 2 down, runner on 1.
Mason Malcoon into the box. Tucks away. Self-preservation style from one there. 2 out now. one was swung upon, just contacted, fouled away. Now he turned himself inside out with that swing.
Well, he definitely swung the bat hard, and I guess now that you're in a position where you're up, you can afford to do that. But I mean, as long as they're attacking strikes, and as long as they're taking their at-bats into their hands instead of the pitcher being the dominant one.
That one he lets go high. Yeah, you're right. Being ahead, we're so close. We're still very early in the match here. Just the bottom of the third. So you see again more movement down there in the Queensland bullpen. So they really are cycling through here, looking to ensure that their pitches are warm. The catcher down there isn't fully protected, so this is just, warming up the pitcher, rolling the arm over.
Well, again, we're only here at the bottom of the third inning, so there's a lot of game time to go. And I mean, you've got to be looking forward to potentially, the fifth inning or the sixth, seventh inning as to what your plan will be, and it's constantly adjusting.
Now that one gets away from Charlesworth, rushes a pickup, recovery throw. It's almost in time, and Turnbull had to work hard.
Well, if we look at the shots here, I mean, he definitely, as soon as he saw that ball go down, he had to take in the deep ones, get himself over to second base. Charlesworth.
One hop. If that throw was on the other side of the base, trouble time for Turnbull, but well done, base runner. As Malcoon holds his hands from a high one and takes the walk down the first baseline.
2 up now for New South Wales.
Brings up the DP, Harrison McDonald.
See time called by the Queensland catcher.
Just wants to check the calls there. Could have been a little bit of a confusion between the two. Now the umpire just walks out and say, righto boys, you've had your time. Interestingly, umpire Murphy walks all the way out to the circle. You see a lot of umpires stop halfway and say, hey boys, follow me back.
I guess that's the difference between a level 7 and a level 1, eh? I'm talking about myself there with regards to the level 1 part.
So McDonald now grounds it, chops it. What a take by the first baseman for Queensland. The athleticism on display there from Lucas Jenkins. That'll bring the mighty Mariner to his feet. Captain Lucas grabbed that one there. Great athleticism to pull it down and get the out himself. But what an inning for New South Wales. We make our way into the top of the fourth. We see them go ahead now 4-2.
Well, Adam, we were asking for it. We were asking for a bit of patience there, as I'm sure the coaching staff would as well. New South Wales able to deliver on that one. Started the inning down by 2, and now they find themselves up by 2. But taking nothing away from Queensland, because all their lineup is absolute quality. They've all been swinging the bats. They've been putting the ball into play. So they're looking to get themselves back into this one.
Yep, the hump innings. We've had 3. We play this one, and we have another 3. The hump on the card. Wednesday.
That's the first time I've heard that. Must be a touchdown.
Anyway, it is the 4th. Top of the 4th inning.
Aussie Goodend still on the mound for New South Wales.
We're in the top of the 4th. Leading off the hitting for Queensland.
Thomas Howard, the right fielder, steps up to the plate. Chops one over the head of the pitcher, gloved by the second base, gets a throw in time. What an out. Micah Thompson-Tetana, that was a tough grab. Let's have a look at the pitches here. Chopper over the head of the pitcher. It's a half volley pickup. He looks away, takes it, steadies, and then the one hop throw. Outstanding.
I'm going to say, as a player on that diamond, those are the outs you hope for. And he's just absolutely cleaned that one up for his team to get the out.
And now it's Lucas Jenkins, the man who ended the innings for New South Wales. He gets a chance with the stick in the hand once again. Low on the inside. Jenkins just remains unmoved. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tall player. Good athletically. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it away. Certainly a very capable batter. We've already seen a great athlete. And this shot there, we get into the eyes of the batter. Swing and a miss at a high ball, and that's a K2 for Aussie Gooden.
Yeah, again, Gooden just going back to that sequence, getting some early strikes and helping, or getting, I should say, getting the batters chasing that ball up in the zone. So working again that time for that one as they now 2 down.
Ethan Murphy. It's his second trip to the plate. Swings at a rise ball. Ground out down the third baseline. His first trip to the plate, where it was covered by Thompson-Tatana. He's thrown out at 1. So let's see what he does here. Shapes the bunt. Punches it down the third baseline into foul territory. Real intent to bunt there at all from Murphy. The corners stayed back accordingly. That one low in the dirt. Murphy holds his hands beautifully.
Yeah, it was the right pitch to go to, as you can see there, Gooden with the attempted off speed. It's definitely the good choice of pitch, just unable to put that in the zone.
He is again with that start. Holds his hands back. To the count here, 2 out. Murphy drives it back through the pitcher, kept in check by Thompson-Tatana. Got to throw over, but not in time. Good wheels there.
Yeah, good job done by the batter there, just putting the ball in play. Obviously you can see there, if you get the right part of the dirt there, the ball's going to go travelling places, and gets himself I would award him the single. I'd award him the hit.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sullivan now. Lachlan O'Sullivan, the left fielder, steps up with a runner on. 2 out for Queensland, top of the 4th. He's definitely hit. Thompson-Tatana had to work hard to keep it. He knocked it down with his body. So O'Sullivan takes another ball. Accepts it gratefully. Fouls that one away, comes back off the top. It's up on the hop there by Favour.
Each to their own. I would have stayed where I was.
The energy of youth.
Yes.
O'Sullivan now fouls it away again. So up to the measure here of Gooden. Gooden throwing some heat high in the strike zone and put into the dirt by O'Sullivan.
Well, when your team's behind, all you can do as a coach is just ask your team to fight, and that's what O'Sullivan's doing in the batter's box at the moment.
Nice change up. Doesn't hit the mark. Aussie thought he was on his way back to the dugout. Umpire Murphy, unmoved. On the inside, full count here. Is it the final out of the inning or another runner on base? It's yet to be decided. Fouled away from O'Sullivan.
Yeah, I'm liking this fight by O'Sullivan. It was a good pitch by Gooden. That
one hit hard into right field. The hands were high. Right fielder gets underneath it. Took him casually, I have to say. Is that Malcoon out there?
Malcoon.
That's in Malcoon. Covered it beautifully. Not a fan of the casual take, I have to say. But he got the job done. Bottom of the fourth now. New South Wales with that 4-2 lead. And Maluga still rolls the arm over. So we've got some Noah Powell fans out there, Moe, calling for his entry into the game, but is he good in getting the job done so far?
Well, all you got to do is think back to the semi-final game played earlier today where Noah went 7 innings to get his team in, or help get his team into this grand final. He ended up pitching 7 innings and 9 strikeouts, I think it was.
Outstanding pitching from Noah. Certainly a massive contribution to this team throughout the tournament. And tournament softball is just about that, isn't it? It's about sharing the load. It's about knowing that you've got something in reserve. You've got Noah Powell. You've got Carter Shears. You know, you've got other pitchers in there that can come into the fray if called upon. But so far, Aussie Gooden getting the job done.
Yeah, well, the first job is getting them to the grand final, right? So there's a lot of games that have to be played in order for them to do that. And as has been the case for New South Wales and Queensland, they've each played their role in getting themselves here.
And Xavier Lasher, the catcher for New South Wales, leads off here in the bottom of the fourth.
Leading off the hitting for New South Wales is the catcher.
Fly ball out to centre field. It was a nice catch out there. That's a big swing.
Well, I've been on the receiving end of the Lachey home run.
Not pretty as you watch it over the back of your head.
Oh, I was nice enough to acknowledge how good of a hit it was.
Through gritted teeth.
Yeah. It did mean the end of my game.
Right.
But I mean, I appreciated the fact that it was a good hit. So we know who's got it.
Let's see what he can do here. Line drive, safe hit down the first baseline. Lasher has some wheels. It rolls all the way out to the fence. He'll stand up here on third base as the cut-off throw. He calls for support from the crowd.
And that's what I'm talking about, Adam. You put that ball in the dirt, especially towards those foul ball lines, the ball's going to travel. And as you can see there, it just gets past the first base up. And the right fielder is more towards the centre field at that point. And the ball just travels all the way to the back fence and gets himself a triple.
Mikera, Thompson Tetana looking to bring a run home here. The corners had to come in. Thompson Tetana shaped to bunt. Swing and a miss this time from Mikera.
Yeah, Titana's had a good tournament here this week. He made it known, to myself anyway, how good he was hitting. And we're looking for something similar here to the New South Wales team.
So Blake Turner has come in behind the plate for Queensland. The one high hands, puts it up high as well. Shortstop backs back to the green strip and takes the catch.
Yeah, like I said earlier in the game, all we're asking for is a bit of patience there and just to attack the right pitches. And New South Wales are doing exactly that, not allowing any strikes to pass them as we now head to the top of the order. New South Wales with Max Hayhow.
Hayhow picked the base on balls and then was brought home with that grand slam home run. Swings hard at that one. He's swinging for the fences here.
He just needs to settle down there a little bit, Hayhow.
One out.
one down, runner on third. He wanted to score him.
Little chopper. Nice backhand, but that'll score the run.
Well, asking we shall receive Adam as Hayhow puts the ball into play. Rolls over to second base. Xavier Lasher over at third. Was going no matter what. And now New South Wales find themselves up by 3.
Still only the bottom of the 4th, as we see Carter Shears. So a lead is one thing, but now can they build on it and can they protect it? Because Queensland, they're not going to die trying, that's for sure. They're going to give it absolutely everything. Quality lineup. Change up. 1-1 the count for Carter.
So the change in catcher, is that Charlesworth off the diamond?
He's just been trying to pick what is out there. I think he might be out there at second base. So we see a swing and a miss from Shears, and that ends the innings for New South Wales. They add 1 to their total. We make our way into the top of the 5th, and it is New South Wales 5, Queensland 2.
That's it for the 4th innings. But nothing for New South Wales scores another run. And now
we've gone through 4 completed innings there, Adam, and the one thing that Championship Day always promises is some solid softball being played, and we witnessed that in the earlier game in the girls' grand final. That one coming down to 1 run that was scored early in the game, to where this game started off with a 2-0 lead to Queensland, and now we find ourselves with a 5-2 score the way of the New South Wales team. Anything can happen.
Absolutely anything can happen, mate. And when you have 2 quality teams taking to each other the way these boys are, it is in the balance. It's a seesawing, effort from both New South Wales and Queensland. And I don't care who you're supporting. Like me up here, I'm just a fan of this game and the way these boys are going about it. It's outstanding.
Is the original leader.
Well, we're talking about players who are stepping up, right? And this player here has done it for his team, and now they're calling on him to do it once more. Going 2 for 2 already.
And we certainly know if he has an opportunity to get on the bases, he can quickly stack them up. We speak obviously of Thomas McCarroll. One low in the dirt, well outside. So here we see Aussie Gooden just respecting the batter there, trying to keep it well outside his reach. Trying to tempt him into a swing. McCarroll is up to it as we see him come back within the strike zone, but throws a nice low rise.
It's a good place, a good spot for that pitch to start, and it just zipped up towards the end there.
0-2 count. We throw high here. Try to draw him into the swing. No, that's a good pitch. Let go by McCarroll. Not tested. Had some heat on it. One high, well outside the strike zone again. McCarroll not tempted.
We wouldn't be surprised if we're potentially looking at an off-speed pitch here.
Back-to-back heat. Another heat ball down the outside. Gets the swing this time from McCarroll.
As is always the case, Adam, what do I know? As Aussie goes back to his heater.
And that's the first time McCarroll hasn't been aboard. He's had safe hits, both at bats. The last one was a 3-base hit. So that's a good out for Gooden there. He's obviously starting to learn the batters as well and working with his catcher. DP Flynn Eddards. Opened his account with a 2-base bunt down the third baseline and then struck out. McStay, as he holds his arms back from one there, a little bit too high.
That's hard to do, is hold the hands back.
Especially when they're up there.
Exactly, especially when you find yourself down in the score as well. I mean, you want to be that person to get yourself on base or score a run potentially, but they've just got to keep doing what they've been doing all game, Queensland. Look for those easy singles, move those runners around.
He's facing a 3-0 count here, so he's done well ahead of the count. Nice pitch from Gooden. Back down the chute with plenty of speed behind it as well. Eddards, he acknowledges the pitch there, slams his own thigh and says, I should have hit that one.
It was a good-looking pitch by Gooden there on the outside part of the plate.
It's a full count from a 3-0 down to a full count. Now the pressure back on Eddards. Lets one go in the dirt, gets away from Lasher.
That's a good at-bat by Eddard there. That's exactly what Queensland need with putting a runner on base. And a good spot to be in the lineup as well, as they see their number 3 hitter, Turner, stepping up.
The first base on balls offered by Ozzie Gooden. He's hit through the shortstop the last 2 at-bats. Last one was a safe one. First one was ground out. So, Shorty from New South Wales will be on his toes here. Carter Shears, they've scouted Turner. One high outside the zone.
I dare say they might keep that ball on the outside part of the plate. As you say, Turner's turn on a few. Put it into left field.
Ducks away at one. More for show than any risk of injury there, I would have thought. Deep in the box.
I'm liking what I'm seeing here by the Queensland batters. Again, going back to just being patient. Been saying it all game.
They get the 3-1 count here for Turner. That was a nice pitch. Full count now. Blank. Deep in the box, he gets a little bit tighter in towards the batting box line. Now he steps out, leaves his outside corner slightly unprotected. This time he grounds it again to shortstop through the glove of Carter Shears. That was the ball that I talked of.
Well, again, you ask for someone to step up, and he's been doing it all game for the Queensland team. Puts another ball into play. Just gets past Carter Shears, rolls into left field. Runner advances to second into scoring position now. And just like that.
Yeah, the calls for Noah Powell to come into the game have been answered. And Ozzie Gooden, his day is done in the circle, but he's been told, you're not coming off, young man, you're heading out to left field. And the flex player, Cam Baxter. He makes his way off.
Well, you can totally understand, I guess, where that change being made. As Gooden obviously deadly with the bat, so you don't want to take him off the diamond.
And now Powell gets his chance to roll the arm over in the final. It's Knox Bailey Shield decider.
Again, we've read the comments and people have been asking for it. Now it's here. And he'll just be looking to continue, I guess, what he started in the previous game. He's had to pull a lot of, or pitch a lot of balls this week.
He's done a lot of the heavy lifting to get his team here and deserves the opportunity to pitch in the final. Undoubtedly.
Uniform 96 is Noah Howard.
Well, it's one of those things, right? You're a team at the end of the day. So you're always wanting to see yourself on that diamond. And now he's getting this opportunity to stamp his mark on this game.
Certainly is. Now, Alex Duncalf.
Well, I may have jinxed him previous at-bat there, and I'm going to say it again, but with runners on base and one down, it's the guy I'm calling.
Grounds a beautiful line drive down the third baseline, deep. Back to the fence, 2 runs will score. Duncalf holds up at second, but gets his part of the job done. Scores 2 with that beautiful line drive. There was nothing Zeke Turnbull could do about that on the hot corner. That was just way too good to Alex.
Well, again, I mean, that's just a consequence of the team being patient, in the batters before that. I know we've been saying that word quite a bit today, but it's proving a difference maker for all batters of both teams today. Just get runners into scoring position, put the ball into play, move the runners around. New South back in this one as the score now. 5-4 to New South Wales.
Here's Chad Charlesworth. Equalising run on second. Turns himself around, Charlesworth. Holds his hand to the high one, kicks the dirt towards the pitcher, faces off as well. Charlesworth unfazed.
A bit of Han Soto, the base baller. A bit of action there.
It's a nice pitch again. Charlesworth all show here.
Three balls, 1 strike down.
Takes the call. Oh, that's interesting there. The plate umpire was moved enough to ask the first base if he swung. First baseman said no, he didn't. It's an interesting call. I don't know that there was a request from the catcher.
Yeah, it was. There was a request by the catcher to ask. As you can just see that he just turned his head towards the umpire.
Loaded bases here. No, runners on the corners. My apologies.
But just in that whole sequence there, just New South Wales caught worrying too much about what the call was going to be at first, and Duncalf.
Yep, makes his way around to third.
Yep.
So the go-ahead run now on 1. Throw gets away. The equalising run crosses the plate. Throw was low, right on the base. Just got away from Zeke Turnbull. Coach just calling time.
Yeah, I was going to say there. I would expect a visit by the coach there to the mound just to settle things down. I just think that throw there probably wasn't the right idea. I could see what they wanted to do. But in a situation where you're 1 down, the runner's already dangerous at third. you're protecting a lead.
Yep.
And the last thing you want to do is throw that away. Now we find ourselves even, and we've got a runner, another runner in scoring position over at second base.
So play in front of that lead runner. You don't have to chase it. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Queensland have tied it up 5 apiece. We said
1 ball, 1 strike.
you shouldn't go anywhere. This game will go down to the wire.
Runner on score on second.
No, we're just missing on the outside there. 2-1 now for Howard. Thomas Howard, the right fielder. Swings at one right at the top of the zone. He had his hands up to it.
Yeah, I'd be looking to go up in the zone again. I mean, if you just take a look at where his hands are in terms of the position of the bat, he's looking for something that he can swing at hard. So just throwing a ball above the bat would be a good sign here.
Grounder. Trapped by Turnbull. Charlesworth being a little bit cheeky down there on the base. Gamesmanship by Chad Charlesworth.
Just a little breakdown there in communication.
Now Lucas Jenkins steps up again.
Lucas Jenkins in the box.
Grounder. Loaded bases here for Queensland. Time call.
I can see what Turnbull was wanting to do there. I imagine that Mike had a Thompson Tatana was caught a little out of position there.
So Jenkins with a safe hit makes his way to first.
Oh, Adam, we've been asking for it. We've been asking for that sort of game, and we're definitely getting it. Loaded bases, 1 down. Queensland, the opportunity to go in front.
Big hit into right field. Catch comes, throw into the plate. No play. Queensland go ahead. Sack fly to right field. The throw was on the money from Malcoon, but the base running of Queensland, they held up perfectly.
Well, that's exactly what you want. Loaded bases, 1 down. You just want the ball in play. Anything in the outfield, you're looking to score that run from third, and exactly what they did.
The perfect position to the right field hit. Malcoon did everything he could. The run for Queensland scored. 6-5 now. They go ahead once again. Brings up O'Sullivan. Lachlan O'Sullivan, batter number 9 in the lineup. Now the crowd comes alive, the Queenslanders. You can hear them out there. Runners on 2 and 3. O'Sullivan swings for the fences. 1-1 the count. You're up and about, Moe. These Queensland supporters in the stands have come alive.
Well, you're hearing it from both ends as the strikers, as the ball goes up in the air.
And Malcoon calls him off. Thompson Tatana did plenty of work to get out to that one. But Malcoon coming forward. Great play by the New South Wales players. Malcoon called him off. You can see it here. Thompson Tatana had done enough to take the catch. He'd settled under it, but then Malcoon calls him away. Beautifully executed.
But you can't train that better. You can't teach that better. And for them to put that into play, or to put it into practice, I should say, just shows the quality of the players that they are. Tatana had his eyes on the ball the whole time. Was able to hear himself being called off. And now Fingers to get up the ties aside. Queensland doing the job in that half of the inning. They now lead by 1.
Bottom 5. Queensland ahead by 1. And we're at batter number 2 in the lineup. Let's see who comes out. Might have missed batter there. Yeah. It'll be Aussie Gooden. Here the grand slam. He steps up to lead off.
For New South Wales is left field Austin Gooden.
Aussie hits the first one down the line to third base and thrown out at 1.
Feeds to Jenkins. 1 out.
A good job done by the Queensland team there, but I will say I want to highlight then Maluga and his entry into the game. Brought into the game under pressure, delivering so far for his team.
Certainly is. As I said, brought in a clutch situation, wasn't it? And he stood tall here. And Zeke Turnbull is the next batter to face him. That's a nice line drive. That'll find space. No, it won't. What a catch!
Great catch.
McCarroll! What an outstanding effort!
That is an absolutely phenomenal catch by McCarroll. As you can see, the ball is just hacked real hard. He covers a lot of ground, sees an opportunity, dives for that one, ball safely in the glove for the second out of the game. What a play.
It looked like it had found space, and I called it. Wow, I had myself caught short there because Thomas McCarroll should never second guess him. I've called him all day about his athleticism, and that on show was perfection.
Well, again, like I said in one of the previous innings, big games call for big moments. And when you find yourself up by the smallest of leads, you want to do everything you can to protect it. And for him to put his body on the line like that guarantees an out for his team and continues to pile all that pressure back on New South Wales.
A new entry into the lineup here for New South Wales, Tanner Shears. Comes in place of Jonathan Faber. Change up.
I was going to say, Coach Ron Flesh looking for a play to make an impact. And now's a good time for that change to take place.
Tanner certainly capable of putting one long here. Very athletic, well-built young man. See what he can do. Swings for the ages and strikes out. Maluga gets the job done. They went ahead there in the 6th, or in the 5th. And Maluga shuts New South Wales down to protect that lead.
Yeah, that was a quality inning there by the Queenslanders. Getting themselves back into the lead for this game and then going into a defensive inning and doing everything they can to make sure that New South Wales did not score.
Top 6 now.
You can see a re-entry. Faber comes back into the lineup over at first base. Tanner Shears is brought on for a pinch hit.
It's all happening here at Blacktown. This Knox Bailey Shield decider will go down to the wire.
2 big innings of softball coming your way. While we're at it, might as well give a big shout out to our friends over at Spacequake Sports. We'll bring this one live to your living room or wherever you're watching across the country.
I hope you're enjoying the coverage as we see that man McCarroll. Gets us underway here in the 6th inning. Swings at one low on the outside. 0-2 count. Just imagine the adrenaline surging through his body. He gets a piece of this one. Could go yard. Needs to hold his hands back. He doesn't.
Good pitching by Powell there. 3 balls low in the zone. Gets McCarroll swinging at all 3. With the strikeout to start things off here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, 3-pitch K2. We talked about trying to make the pitches go long into their count, but a 3-pitch K2, that's well in the favour of the defensive team.
I can understand 100% the desire and the drive to hit that ball. I mean, you've just made a fantastic play out at centre field. I mean, you've got nothing but adrenaline pumping through you. So as soon as you step into that box, you wanted to do the same thing
Bit of zen.
offensively. Yeah.
Need some zen as we see a new entry here for Queensland. Flynn Eddard's back in the DP role. Lasher leaving the ball there, trying to send a sign to the umpire. By Murphy unfazed. This time, Eddards has a swing. You see, acknowledges the coach. My bad. Then Eddards takes another strike.
All outside of the
2-2.
Oh.
Looks to the outside again. Powell doesn't get the call this time. Full count here for Flynn Eddards. Struck out last trip up. Last trip around, he had base on balls, then the strikeout the previous one. Grounded to shortstop, picked up, throw in the dirt, gets away. Eddards safe at first, but he's pulled up a little bit short. He's going to go off again. Looks to be carrying an injury, so they call out the runner.
Comes out. Ryan Solomon is now at first base.
He didn't look too comfortable after touching the first base there, as we can see on the screen.
It's the second time we've had the runner brought in. So now you can see him out of the game, but Blake Turner.
Another batter that's been on fire for Queensland in this one.
To the plate.
I will say every time that this Turner has stepped into the box, there's always been a runner on. And I think that's been a difference maker.
Nice stop by Lasher. Sorry, Moe. Ball was in the dirt. Lasher had to put his body on the line there to keep it in play, and he does. Fouled away. I think it's Solomon's back out there to run. And Turner on a one-on-one count. High ball, Lasher pulls it down. Stands ready to strike, but the runner holds on first. A wry smile in the batter's box from Blake Turner there. Reached for that one. Wasn't happy either. Remonstrates with himself. Lasher. Might have an injury here. Might have collected him on the way through. He's one of those injuries that the catchers never want to experience.
Guess in those situations, all you can do is just take in some deep breaths.
Certainly don't want eye supply. Talking from experience. And now, Blake Turner. Two balls, two strikes, one out, runner on one. Fouls it away, there'll be no play. That one.
I've really enjoyed watching Turner bat today. He's in all of his at-bats, he's had the same attitude, he's had the same mindset getting into that box. He just wants to swing the bat hard. Anything that's close.
Yep. And the shortstop has been the pepper point. You see that one's put up. First base back underneath it. There's a catch there from New South Wales. First base.
Coming to bat, the shortstop.
In favour, getting the job done. And up comes Alex Duncalf. Two RBIs on his last at bat. The beautiful line drive into left field that went all the way down to the foul ball fence line. It was a long chase and set up the lead. Drove in the 2 runs.
Thinking back to that previous inning, there was Noah Powell's entry into the game, and Duncalf was the first batter to see him.
Carter Shears climbs all over that one. It was hit hard along the ground, but he gloved it and then won the foot race to second base, beating the runner to effect the out. We make our way to the bottom of the 6th. New South Wales, can they do something here to affect that scoreboard? Currently, Queensland leads 6-5.
Well, it's got to take themselves back to previous innings. Just allow themselves to attack the right pitches. Get the count going deep. There's 1 run. It's not a lot in a game of softball. Anything can change at any time.
It's not a lot, but it's enough. So both teams are in a really precarious position here.
Well, in saying that, both teams have proved exactly why they're here in this grand final.
Without question. The 2 best teams in the Knox Bailey Shield competition are contesting that trophy. As we see Mason Malcoon get his next chance, struck out. And grounded out the 3rd. So he'll want to get a chance on base here, and if he does, he's quick.
Well, in previous innings, it was Malcoon who started the rally to get New South Wales back into this one. So he'll be looking to do something similar. And does so.
Gets through the shortstop. So runner on board. The tying run is at first base for New South Wales. DP Harry McDonald. Tries to get the bunt around. Puts it up high. Gets away from the catcher. No play on that one.
South Wales is looking for McDonald to put something into play here.
Fouls it away again. Michael Finks into the game. He's down there on 3rd base. Grounder taken by Maluga. He gets the out at one, advances. Now Kuhn.
Yeah, good job by McDonald. That's exactly what you want him to do. That's the equivalent of a sacrifice bunt. Just advancing the runner over into scoring position. That runner at 2 will even things up here.
Xavier Lasher. Put the ball into right field for a safe hit already tonight. Was caught out there by that man in centre field, McCarroll. Change up attempted, well outside the strike zone. Lasher lets it go. Again, high. Xavier unmoved.
It was a good pitch by Maluga. Hard and fast into the zone, or top part of the zone.
1. Three and 1 now here for Xavier. Maluga. New South Wales is the runner on 2. Can Maluga take the batter down here with this? No. Towards Lasher, first base with a base on balls. So now 2 runners on. The go-ahead run on first. And Maikara Thompson Tetana. Up the bat, hasn't had the happiest days. Base on balls. And his first at bat, but then popped one up for the shortstop to take a catch. And we've got time called here by New South Wales.
We might see a runner for Lachey over at first base.
Lasher might come out. Let's have a look. He took that knock in his fielding innings. Yep. Hurst. Jake Hurst comes out onto the diamond. He's a pinch runner. Taking some instructions from Coach Bichel there. Couldn't ask for a better man in your corner, could you, Callum Bichel?
Yep, still one of the best players, in my opinion, in the country and internationally. A wealth of experience that these boys will be feeding off.
1 out here for New South Wales. Maikara Thompson Tetana looks at the first pitch, which was right down the middle. Takes one in the dirt. Runners will make their way around the bases. You're going to come home. There's no play. Equalising run, scores on a wild pitch that got away from the catcher, bounced off the fence. And that is what softball's about. That thing can do whatever it likes when it's in the dirt.
Yeah, 100% awareness by the runner there, Malcoon. Saw an opportunity as soon as that ball hit the fence, it just rolled away from the catcher. It brought the catcher out of position. The third base was hanging back. No one guarding home plate. Good heads-up running there by Malcoon.
Tied up again, bottom 6 here. New South Wales, 1 out, have a runner in scoring position. Thompson Tetana takes one high for a ball.
Again, I'm liking what I'm seeing here by New South Wales, just bringing that patience back into the game. Allowing these at-bats to go deeper, putting the pressure back on.
Being overawed by the occasion. There it is, a line drive into shallow centre, catch taken. Thompson Tetana got a hold of it, but perfectly positioned was the left fielder for Queensland to take that catch.
Yeah, good positioning, like you said, Adam, by the left fielder there. But again, good contact and good at-bat by the New South Wales batter, Thompson Tetana.
We're back at the top of the batting order.
Back to the top of the lineup for New South Wales, Max Hayhow. Ground out with an RBI already tonight.
Just needs to settle in here, Hayhow.
2 out. Holds his hands. But again, showing the intent, the engagement, good enough to keep the hands away. 2 balls. Luger goes off speed a little bit too high. Grounder, trapped by the second base. A little bit of a juggle, but he did beautifully then. I think that's Charlesworth getting the job done.
That's it for the 6th inning.
We're all tied up as we head into the championship inning. Top of the 7th. New South Wales and Queensland 6-all. Queensland with the first chance to break it open here.
Well, New South Wales did exactly what they needed to do in that inning there. It wasn't so much about taking the lead, it was getting things back to an even playing field and allowing, I guess, each team to step up.
Sets up a grandstand finish. What a way to round out Australia Day, to decide the best team in the nation for the under-18s men's competition. Beautiful weather conditions. And it's just a great evening here at Blacktown. And it's that man, Charlesworth, who leads off for the Queenslanders.
Leading off the hitting for Queensland is the second base, Chad Charlesworth.
Ball opens his account.
Queensland are going to want to do something here. They're going to need to put runners on, potentially score. If we look ahead to New South Wales and what's upcoming, they're heading to the number 2 batter in their lineup.
Strike called this time. Interestingly positioned, aren't they, the lineups? Charlesworth batting in the 5-hole, and he's hit 2 safe hits and popped 1 up. So he's had contact every time. Low in the dirt, gets away from Lasher this time, but no damage. Bases are empty. Charlesworth balances himself again, steadies, chops it into the dirt, straight down into his leg by the look of that one. Shakes it off. Indestructible Charlesworth. 2-2 the count. Swing in the dirt, the throw to 1, gets the out to Charlesworth. The first time he hasn't connected. He limps back to the dugout because he did drive that hard into his lead leg.
Another good pitch by Powell there, a good off-speed pitch into the dirt, exactly where you want to put it. Gets Charlesworth to swing the first out of the 7th inning.
Thomas Howard now. Grounds it. Picked up and fired across by Turnbull for the second out. He took his time.
Great job by Turnbull over at third base. As I say, took his time, allowed the ball to go safely into the glove, sets himself out for a perfect throw to first base for out number 2.
And back, base.
And that man gets plenty of support from the Queensland supporters. Lucas Jenkins. Swings big this time, misses. A safe hit down the third baseline. So Turnbull will have to be on his toes here. New South Wales need the out. Jenkins fouls it away. New South Wales need the out. Jenkins needs to get on. Doesn't matter how he does it, whether it's with patience or whether it's with hitting. Or even better, he could put one out of the park. See what he does. 0-2 count. Hits it high, hits it hard. Centre fielder finds it late. He took his time finding that one. I didn't know if he had it covered, but he certainly got a hold of it late. Charged in and took the final catch. Max Hayhow sets it up. Bottom 7 tied up. So New South Wales gets the last opportunity in regulation time. We have to stress, we're not calling it a victory by any stretch of the imagination, but they get the opportunity in regulation time to take this match out.
Well, when you're preparing for your national championships, you're preparing for moments like this.
Absolutely.
Bottom of the 7th inning, you have the opportunity to potentially win the game, or defensively, you have the opportunity to save yourself and send this one into extras. It's going to take a momentous effort by either team to either keep themselves in this one or take it home to the glory.
The key to it is Maluga has pitched beautifully since he's come into the game. And what he needs to know, and we've seen it on show right throughout this match, that he has massive support in his defensive lineup. There are no weaknesses out there for Queensland. So the pressure is on the batters here.
He's done his job 100% since entering this game. He's getting balls put into play in positions where it's straight to fielders. Easy outs over at first base. Catches taken.
And the athleticism of McCarroll, who's protected his pitcher outstandingly. Now Carter Shears hits the first pitch, grounds it down the third baseline for a foul.
Well, I know things start to build inside yourselves, and you start to get a little bit excited. But 100% knowing Coach Adam Ryan Flesch should be telling his team just to settle down a little. Yep. Just go through your normal processes. Treat this like any at-bat that you've had this week.
Shears again, swing, gets contact, fouls it away. Finds himself 0-2. So Maluga here with opportunity to work the strike zone. Shears has some decisions to make.
You can see him adjusting in the box. The pitch by Maluga could have gone either way.
It was a good leave, but a great pitch as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Change up, well outside the strike zone. Shears not enticed.
Shears doing really well in this at-bat. Took some early swings. Happy to just wait for his pitch. And the count now loaded. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th inning. Carter Shears, the number 2 batter in the New South Wales lineup.
Holds his hands. That's a gutsy at bat from Shears. He was down 0-2 in the count. Now he earns himself a walk.
This is a good spot to be. It'll be interesting to see how New South Wales play this one, knowing that they've got Gooden in the box. The winning run over at first base. Are they looking to advance, or is Gooden going to be given the green light?
All will be unveiled because we have absolutely no control over what these guys are going to deliver here. All we know is both teams have given it their 100. Ground ball. Keeps the runner in play. Beautifully fielded by the shortstop. Safe hit. Runners on first and second.
As we see the coach coming out for Queensland, he's been looking to come out and settle things again for his team. Again, Maluga doing absolutely nothing wrong in the pitching circle.
Just a settler here for both lineups.
Well, just looking out there and knowing what it would mean to these players, what it means to all the friends and the family watching in the grandstands and at home.
Mums and dads here who have put in so much effort for these boys. And Zeke Turnbull. Runners on 1 and 2, none out. ball in play. You want to put it behind that lead runner if you can. Zeke will be looking to go the way of right field here. He does. He puts it up high behind the runner, but it's shallow. So there'll be no run on that one.
Right call by the runner over at second base to hold up there. The fielder was too shallow by the time he took that catch over at right field. Don't want to risk anything. He's only the first out of the game. Jonathan Faber now.
Get back first base. Jonathan Faber.
Winning run stands on second. Faber contacts it, fouls it away. The shoulders rising forward, a big deep breath of Faber as he prepares himself. Fouls again down the third baseline. And the runners, they had taken off. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Faber.
Struggling to keep still up here in the commentary box.
Burning the nervous energy, Moe.
Just an exciting game of softball. You could not ask for anything better.
Hands up high, pops it up. Charlesworth gets underneath it. He takes the catch. Runners hold strong on the bases. It's exactly what we talked about. Both teams standing strong. Queensland, they know they've got runners on. They've let runners on the base, but they are sticking to their guns. Maluga pitching beautifully, and we talked about knowing that he's got the defence behind him. And Charlesworth just proved that then. Malcoon holds the hands there. That looked a little high, but called strike. It's too high for Malcoon anyway. That one takes the ball.
Look at that shot there of Malcoon. Just relaxed, showing nothing, no signs of distress.
Again, takes the ball. Kerry's given a shout out to the umpire Trevor Murphy, calling a solid zone behind the plate. I'm impressed, so are we. He's doing a great job. Now he's going to come out and have a chat with the pitcher.
Yeah, umpire Trevor Murphy, not his first rodeo.
Any insight into what that conversation might be about?
Look, your guess is as good as mine. I'd imagine that there's... Actually, I'm not going to speculate because I probably don't want to get it wrong. I've got my calls wrong all day, but I'd be interested to know. Might be a question for the umpire later on.
The sidebar. As Malcoon looks at a 2-on-1 call now. Tucks away from one on the inside.
He's got a hitter's count.
Certainly has. And all the pressure back on to Maluga, but he's handled it beautifully right throughout this match so far. There's no question that he can face whatever New South Wales throw at him. And Maluga delivers, and Malcoon makes his way to first with the base on balls for loaded bases. And DP Harrison McDonald with 2 out, loaded bases. Bottom of the 7th, and we're all tied up. He'll look to stand and deliver, but Maluga has to throw the strikes.
Strikeout or an out gets us into extra innings. Anything past the infielders. A safe hit will win it.
Cometh the man, cometh the hour. Calls here from McDonald. High ball. McDonald lets it go.
It's interesting, hey? You look at it, loaded bases, 2 down. You'd almost want to challenge the batter to hit the ball.
He does, into right field, finds the grass. It's a walk-off for New South Wales. The safe hit down the first base line, and the boys come out to celebrate, and they gather around him. McDonald, the DP, steps up, does his job, scores the winning run with a walk-off safe hit to right field. Moe, outstanding.
That was an absolutely phenomenal game. McDonald was asked to step up. Puts the ball exactly where he needed to put it. Scores the winning run for his team. And not to take away from that moment, I do want to give a mega shout out to Queensland and the effort that they've put in, not only to this particular game, but all week. They're a quality team, they're a quality state. They breed some of the best players in our country.
Without question. Without question. And again, we talked about the depth of the lineup. These guys have put in 3 games today, and they were chucking it to the 7th innings. Maluga has got through a ton of work to get his team there. The earlier pitches, they did exactly what they could, and as we see the pictures of celebration from New South Wales, we offer nothing but respect to Queensland because those boys are outstanding, and it really sets up a great future for men's softball in this country.
Yeah, 100%. If you'll let me indulge me for a second.
100%.
Like being someone who's had the opportunity to work as a part of this organisation and seeing these guys.
It's all right, mate. Big, deep breath. You've been indulged. You've earned the moment.
I've seen guys grow from where they were.
And we know where they are.
Yeah, exactly.
They're out there standing tall as champions. Well, New South Wales take out the double. That one, the Knox Bailey Shield. With that walk-off. Safe hit to right field. Congratulations, New South Wales. 7-6. They take out the title for 2025. And that makes it a double for New South Wales and a quadruple for New South Wales in the 16s and the 18s. We hope you've enjoyed the commentary. We've certainly enjoyed bringing you all the actions. But on behalf of the team at Spacequake Sports in Softball New South Wales and Softball Australia, we thank you for joining us, but it's bye for now.